here. Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left. I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's a little Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're gonna give me. You step in this room, you're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of My Thoughts. Okay, this is My Thoughts 264, and as the title states, this is about a high heels wearing pastor and his gender. Oh, I'm sorry. I let the cat out the bag. This man is a supposed heterosexual man, and it seems that he's married. You hear me? Now, this is Apostle Elijah Ayer. I believe that's his name. Apostle Elijah Ayer, if I'm not mistaken. That's his name. Okay. And he wears high heels. We're going to get into that. Let's play the ancestors. A little code in here. Let's play the ancestors and we'll get straight to it.
One thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. And I said there's no exception.
All right. That's the doctor, John Henrik Clarke, the great warrior ancestor. I referred to him as the Imhotep of information for African people. And if you don't know, Imhotep is the first recorded multi-genius in the world. Well, if it were any before him, they weren't documented about. He's the first documented multi-genius. This is what they say. Though nobody can read hieroglyphics, they have things called cartouches, and you're going to have the image of the cartouche. What I'm saying is when you see a cartouche, which is it's a signature in the oval, all it is a signature, okay? But it's in hieroglyphic text, okay? And it's in an oval shape, sometimes a square, whatever have you. With my likeness, they will always have the cartouche, a stamp of whose stuff this belonged to. When you see Imhotep, just like everyone else, it comes with a cartouche or a signature, a stamp, okay? Whether I know what it says or not, every time I see this Imhotep, the image of Imhotep, the cartouche is going to come with it. So we know all that stuff belonged to who these people call or refer to today as Imhotep. Imhotep means I come in peace, okay? That's all it means. So this man, along with his cartouche, had many different jobs and classifications and things that he can do. That made him the first recorded multi-genius, okay? Whether they can read it or not, because he had many jobs, or like a person would say, he wore many hats. So every time you see this person associated with something, his image and likeness, he's going to have a signature or a cartouche attached to that. It's very simple. So if you've seen him over here hammering, which is architecture, you've seen him over here doing dental work, okay, you've seen him over here doing brain surgery, you've seen him over here writing literature, you've seen him here reading, doing things as a scholar, you've seen him over here doing history, you've seen him over here doing philosophy. Every time you see him associated with a different hat or a job, if you will, the cartouche associated with his name and likeness is tied to those. This is how we know that he was the first recorded multi-genius. If someone thinks that it's one that can predate this, bring it forth, okay? I'm not here to argue that. I'm just sharing some information about Imhotep, and I refer to Dr. John Henrik Clarke as the Imhotep of African information, okay? So that's a high esteem that I give him. That's the type of honor I pay to this gentleman. Okay, so let's get to the video. This high heel wearing pastor I brought this to you. I'm going to see the lady name. It's Iffy Agatha, if I'm not mistaken. Iffy Agatha. You can go watch this whole thing in its entirety. I don't know if they have a more detailed one, but I'm going to bring you about 2 minutes worth or a minute and something worth. And I don't own it. This is her material. This is a fair use act. I'm just going to give my thoughts, opinions, criticism, and I believe in scrutiny, and I believe this is a teaching moment. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe because it won't cost you a fee. Okay, so let's look at the video, and I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. Let's see. I'm sorry. There it go right there.
Who was the center of many news headlines for rocking high heels, has responded to the controversies. The Togolese pastor, who was mocked for his dressing, indicated that his heels are not for fashion.
Okay, so the lady is saying this pastor, he had something to say. He gave a response to all the remarks and people saying, what's wrong with this man? Is he doing this for, you know, his fashion sense? Is he doing this because he's LGBTQIA? Is he trying to, you know, stir up some controversy? Is he a cross-dresser? Is he a homosexual? And this gentleman is going to give his reasons. Okay. Now he gave a response to why he's doing it. Let's continue.
Or to cause a stir. Rather, he explained that God instructed him to do so after years of praying for a cure for unbearable body aches.
So he explained that it wasn't none of that. It wasn't no fashion critique. It wasn't no fashion sense. It wasn't him being homosexual. It wasn't him trying to stir up some controversy. It wasn't him being a cross-dresser. It wasn't him being a homosexual. Okay, none of that. He said that God, you hear me? He said that God instructed him to put on some goddamn high heels. You hear me, African people? It should be no big puzzling type of question on what I'm finna say next. God is the man that speaks for God. You hear me? Because if you read Deuteronomy 22:5, if I'm not mistaken, let me get that right for you. Okay, I want to bring this. When I bring information, I bring you the verse in scripture. Deuteronomy 22:5 says this: the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Okay, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Okay, so a man shouldn't put on anything pertaineth to a woman, and a woman shouldn't put on anything pertaineth to a man. Why? Because the Lord, your Lord, thy God, said it's an abomination. An abomination means it's so disgraceful to God that you can't even come in the presence of God when this abomination takes place. You hear me? So that's Deuteronomy 5:22. I'm sorry, 22:5. Deuteronomy 22:5 says that he's lying. So God wrote a Bible, they say, thousands of years ago. Okay, it's not true, but still. God wrote a Bible thousands of years ago with instructions that say a man shouldn't do this. He come back and say, God instructed me to put these high heels on because when I prayed to him for all this, he couldn't get all this pain out of his body. It's uncurable pain. He's been diagnosed. He went everywhere. Hey, who can help me with this uncurable pain? He said, God whispered in his ear in a dream, said, hey, you know what'll help you? Get you some goddamn high heels. The women kind. There's no any other ones, but still, this is God now. God said, hey, high heels will help. You hear me, African people? He's a lie, and God is a lie. But it's, again, it should be no big question. God is the man that speaks for God is the man that speaks for God. Let's continue. It's a damn shame.
The pastor said he used to wear men's shoes, but they increased the pain he was experiencing.
The pastor said he used to wear man's shoes, but it increased the pain that he was experiencing. You hear me? Now the woman is reporting is on the continent, because this dude is from Togo. Okay, let's continue.
Said during an interview that I wore men's shoe, but I suffered from it. I have long suffered from illnesses such as body aches and other ailments that numerous medical consultations could not cure.
When he wore men's shoes, he went to numerous consultations that nobody can cure. So the woman's shoe alleviates that pain. You hear me? And they showing you the many various numerous styles and colors, and some with the feet out. I don't know. I think my wife called them toe in or toe out, whatever have you. I'm not putting on no goddamn pair of high heels. You hear me? I was born with sickle cell disease. The way sickle cell was transmitted in its origin was on the continent of Africa. See, a lot of people look at me and say, you ain't no African. You don't know what you're talking about. I wear the motherland on my neck. And that's not just, I'm saying I'm an African because I have these on. I know my lineage. I know my DNA. I know that my beginning in America started with a bill of sale. You hear me? I have all that. My auntie did all my family, went back and found how our family started here in Americans. My great granddaddy name is Nero. He doesn't even have a last name. I have the bill of sale, which a man named William Jarvis Russell brought him. This is how my name says right there, Little Kenny Russell derives. So my great grandfather named Nero didn't even have a last name, never wore one. He was sold in the slave trade. And a white man named William Jarvis Russell bought him. This is how the story goes now. I come from the continent of Africa. My DNA, my lineage. I don't have to play no silly games with you guys. I did all my lineage. I know where I came from. So when I wear all these now, they mean way more than just when I just make my ancestors great again. All this stuff means stuff to me. You might think it's something to play around with, or I'm just on the internet. No, this is serious to me. Just like how serious this Jesus the Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, Yamashia is all important to you. This is my life. This is my ancestors. This is my blood. It means a lot to me. You hear me? So this lady is on the continent showing you this story. And I'm never going to wear no damn high heels to try to get rid of a incurable disease called sickle cell. And I was telling the story about how sickle cell was passed. The way it came about, malaria was on the continent killing people. So sickle cell popped up. And when sickle cell would give kids pain, but it had a longer life expectancy. So they would find the people with sickle cell and inject sickle cell into all of the people. Whoever didn't have malaria, they would just inject them with sickle cell. And that's how the spread of sickle cell historically began. You hear me? So it comes from the continent. So you have to understand, my DNA is from the continent anyway, before I found my family lineage that my auntie had to painstakingly pay for and continue to stay on top of the man. Hey, do you have the rest of our results? And did you find all our ancestors? And she paid them, came back with a package. I have that folder. And I know all this stuff today. So let's continue.
My prayers, God Himself revealed Himself to me and advised me to wear these shoes that you see. Since then, I've been running it 24/7. My pain is gone.
God Himself came to me Himself in a dream and said, put these high heels on. Damn what I said in the Bible thousands of years ago. See, you special. Wear ladies' clothing and you will be all right. So if God woke me up like that tomorrow or tonight and said, hey man, wear you some high heels, I'm God. I'm going to alleviate all that sickle cell pain. You know what I tell God? Go to hell. Kiss my ass, God. That's what I would tell him. That's how the story goes now. Let's continue, African people. This is me talking. You don't have to follow nothing I'm saying. I would tell God to go to hell. Simple as that.
I don't wear women's shoes like people have said on social media, but I wear all kinds of shoes according to the calling I receive, says the pastor. Many people.
He wear all kinds according to what God tell him. Today wear your toe out. Today wear the toe in. Today wear the short high heel. Today wear the stiletto. Let's continue.
People have tagged him as maybe that is where his powers are being gotten from. Some have tagged him, fake pastor, many comments because of this, of his dressing choice. So what do you think about this? Is it actually okay? Can God really tell you to wear a particular shoe? Remember, there's a passage that this pastor usually quotes that says, men should not wear what belongs to women and women should not wear what belongs to men. So in this case now, he said God told him. So what can you say about this? Let me hear your opinion in the comment section. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, sister. Thank you, Queen. It says, Iffy Agatha. I don't know the sister's real name. If that's her real name, you know, y'all go over there and subscribe to her anyhow. We don't know the sister's real name, but she said, God bless you, and I don't want to take that, but that's to the rest of her audience, you know. May God bless them. I don't want nothing to do with no damn God. And my thoughts on that, do I believe God woke him up and said, hey, wear woman's clothing outside of what I said in my own damn scripture? That's not his book anyway, but do I believe that? Hell no. Do I believe that God is the man that speaks for God? Yes, I say it every day. Do I believe that he is God in his own mind and he said, hey, I'm going to wear this because God told me to, which is himself? Yes. Okay. That's what I believe. That's my thoughts on the video. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. We now dealing with Kanoom. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. This is not to take God from you. This is to restore spirituality, which was taken from you at the time religion was given to you. This man don't have nothing to do with God unless you looking at him. And when he look in the reflection of the mirror, he look at himself in the mirror, he see God. You know why? God is the man that speaks for God. You hear me? So this man is willing to say, damn God, the hell with God. I want to wear high heels because they alleviate my pain. See, I'd rather go through pain than grab hold of some handmade God that I fixed up for me. No, I'm not doing that. You hear me? Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe because it won't cost you a fee. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon or a silly religion such as this, and this is Christianity, Jesus the Christ, and all that. It's the only people that accept this nonsense. It's the three major Western religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, because they all the damn same. You hear me? If anybody's offended by anything you heard, I mean every word. This was supposed to be about women all week, out of place, and finding themselves just on the mic speaking and running churches. Give me your money. The Lord said this for the woman. But I couldn't get past seeing this silly-ass, high-heel wearing pastor, Apostle Elijah Ayer, whatever his name is. He a damn fool. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah, yeah.